I don't have an explanation for you other than she didn't know she was trying to get your attention until that was obviously like put out there for her.
Yeah, you put that in her mouth.
No, I just.
Yes, you were like, the other option is you were trying to get her attention. That's you putting it in
Okay, but if she doesn't know what to say or how to say it, like, that is a plausible outcome.
Nonetheless, it's you putting it in her mouth.
Okay, but you've already formed your opinion. I was just walking it through with her.
Like, why is her bra forming?
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA.
That was under this chair right here. I don't know. It either fell on the ground or what. I don't think it was put there.
3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Titans and the Colts, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans.
I'm not frustrated or annoyed. I worry about what we put in her head. I think it's going to hurt her more.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gold.
Because she's messed up, and she's not. She just needs help.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Indianapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft.
Exactly what's going to happen. We're going to go see a doctor.
He's an asset to have in any offense.
First she was like, no. I was like, well, Daddy does it, you know. I'm not going to do anything to you that I wouldn't have done it myself, so I was just going to help you try to figure out, you know, how you feel, how and why you feel the way you do. And help you, give you tools to, you know, calm down or, you know, whatever you need.
They would take the season series 2-0. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Callaway. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throw there, it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And this is good to make it 7-0 ending. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get him at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Callaway. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Able to find Higgins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
And here comes Berrios.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU and Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Taylor.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys stopping the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Did I what?
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. This time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The Colts had 10 and 6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 29, Wilson. And again back to Kmet. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Zach Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We do see RPOs called quite a bit down near the goal line, and that puts a decision in the hands of the quarterback. And here he decides, I think we're best served if I just keep it myself and find my way across the goal line.
Blankenship out for the point after. And this one's right through, making a 14-3 ball game. Pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all time. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, here's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Callaway. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Berrios. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Colts. Harris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, and I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that. And he's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we can have some great matchups. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw on 3rd down. Callaway. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, what a move. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. On third down, Callaway. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. That's taken on the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Titan football.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Henry's got it out on the left side. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might always be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 35-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
You certainly have to give him a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the move to his left. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Taylor. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Henry up the middle and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now, during that run, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Looking to throw. Callaway. And caught by Henry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He dumps it off for Henry. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Wilson. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is Tanner. He's got him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they haven't called out either call until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out come the Titans now. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Callaway. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And a throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
To throw on 3rd down. Callaway flushed out right. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Colts. Blankenship out for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he matched him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 45-yard. As they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 from what we've seen this season.
He'll find Estridge here complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. They'll try the middle with Cook, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame. His nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He started reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Callaway. He finds his man complete. That's Schaefer. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw again. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And they take a knee.
Waste of time.
And they will take a knee here. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Colts, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they're going to kind of bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 3-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future.
Division winner. Division winner. Wild card.